So I wanted to share an interesting experience that I had this week that this is why awareness is so important. And it is so important that you track your thoughts and you track like your emotions, because I had a really rough week as it relates to like professionally. And I'm going to be transparent and say, like as a business owner, as a therapist, I have to trade time for money. And so if I don't see clients, I don't get paid. And so I had a lot of cancellations this week for whatever reason. And I did not bring in the amount of income that I normally would bring in. And I started to freak out because the reality is that my bills still need to get paid. My rent needs to get paid. And so I spent the majority of the week freaking out about the fact that I had no income or not as much income coming in. Okay. So so I spent the majority of the week being in fear mode and worry mode and just like, oh my God, like, is this a trend? Am I gonna have to hustle? Am I gonna have to go back to like really marketing really hard? Like all of the things that like my ego wanted to scare me into like hustle mode. I was like, okay. But what I realized is that when I looked back on my week, I actually lived my ideal week. I had a week where I had less clients. I got to do a lot of writing. I got to do a lot of baking. I got to do a lot of like running errands, like organizing the house. I got to live the ideal life that I had put on paper, was like, what would my ideal day look like? And I got that ideal day. I had that ideal week. The problem was that I guess I hadn't really explicitly stated that that ideal life has to be paired with a lot of money, right? Like, and I don't say a lot of money, but like with abundance, right? With wealth, with the capacity to still be able to pay my bills. So even if I had less clients and I was running errands and I was doing a lot of writing, I didn't explicitly, I guess, note that I should still be able to have income coming in, or I should still be able to pay my bills while having this ideal week. And so I realized that I spent a lot of my week repelling the life that I actually wanted to have because I was worried about money, because I kind of didn't explicitly state that, like, oh, yeah, I should probably have the income that goes with this life. And if I didn't catch that, I would have spent the week repelling the ideal life because I was so busy, like, oh my God, like, I don't have any income coming in this week. And so once I had that realization, it forced me to sort of say, okay, I have to find these pockets of moments where me living my ideal life actually feels really good. And and even if that is not reflected in my bank account, I have to focus on the parts of this week that were really good and that like I really embraced and that I really enjoyed. And so if I could tap into the sensations of what it felt like to have less clients and to be able to write and to be able to clean up my office and to organize and to do some detoxing and some decluttering, if I could lean into more of the sensation of what that felt like, as opposed to, oh my God, I don't have any money coming in, I can reinforce to my nervous system, no, 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 this is actually what we want. This is actually the life that we want. Like, if I could have this week be permanent, this is what I actually would want. This is what I actually would want. And so, how do I focus on grounding myself and reminding myself of what's been good about this week so that I can call more of that in and then explicitly say, hey, I also want an extension of this week, but also I need to have the income behind it. I have to be okay with saying I want the income behind it so that my bills can still get paid and I can have abundance or excess so that I could still get paid. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention because you might be trying to manifest something into your life and not realizing that you're having it, but because you're having it's not exactly what you wanted, you're then actually subconsciously repelling it. So if you can catch yourself in doing that, then you can change your energy around it, your nervous system around it, and being in a place to say, oh, no, I actually want this, but I'm going to tweak it just a little bit so that I can have more of that. So I hope that this was helpful, because it was just an insight that came to me, and you may be wanting to manifest something, but subconsciously be repelling it without even you realizing it. So let me know your thoughts, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.